Hello, everybody. We're going to start beginners 3, the last one. We're going to start in just a couple minutes. Maybe you have a yoga block at your house. You're welcome to get that, but you don't really need it. I mean, it's not like you have to have a yoga block in order to do yoga. It is helpful in some poses, but if you don't have one, it's all right. So I'm starting a little late because, first of all, I was simply late. And second of all, I'm messing with the speaker was fuzzy, making a lot of noise. So I was trying to get rid of that. And now I just want to make sure you guys can hear me before we start. So if you're joining in, we're going to start today with a little meditation. So we'll start in a couple minutes. If you want to get a blanket or a pillow to sit on when you meditate, that makes it a little more comfortable. So get a pillow or a blanket and just sit comfortably where you can see me. And just take a minute or two to get a little more comfortable. And if you can't hear me, let me know. So type, yes, I can hear you. You should be able to hear soft music. It's not very important if you can't hear it. I just need one person to say, yes, I can hear you perfectly fine, or no, I can't hear you at all. I have another phone. I guess I could just check myself. Let's do that. So hopefully you've gotten your pillow or your rolled up blanket. Hello. All right. I checked it myself and I hear me just fine. So you're going to start just sitting on your mat. Before we start with meditation, we're going to go over what we talked about in Beginners 2. Beginners 1, Sun A's, what to expect in a yoga class, the different kind of yoga we do here at Happy Hour. Beginners 2 was more breath. What did we do last time? 3-part breath, chest, ribs, and belly, belly, ribs, and chest. We reviewed the Sun A, and then we went over a Sun B, which included chair pose, and then something with your right leg, something with your left leg. We did some balancing, tree pose. I think we did tree pose. And then we got more into Shavasana, corpse pose. Today, we're going to get into a different kind of breath. We're going to start with meditation. And then a Sun A with a little extra put in there, a little different Sun B than last time. And then we're going to do a Sun C, which is how I teach and how most people here teach. It's a really long series of poses. In slow yoga, we hold all of those poses. In fast yoga, we take one pose with each breath, and you move much more quickly. I don't think either one is easier or harder. Sun C, fast yoga is a little more confusing if you don't know the poses very well. I would start with slow yoga before jumping into fast yoga. But some people like to just jump right in and do the hardest one first, and many people do, and they're fine. And they do very well that way. So we're going to get into Sun C and then do some more yin poses, Shavasana, and then you're going to be a professional yogi because you'll know everything there is to know. So we are going to start with meditation. Some teachers like to start with meditation just to quiet the mind, and so you can come in and lay down when you first come to a yoga class. Some people like to come into a yoga class and stretch a little bit. I, myself, it's not the right way to do it, but I just like to lay down and relax while the teacher is getting ready and preparing. Some people sit down and close their eyes and start with meditation. So it's very important to know that when you go to a yoga class, most people are going there to quiet their mind. So to come into a yoga class and be talking a lot and yelling over to your neighbor and being really loud and you're sitting with your friend, it's lovely that you meet your friends here and you guys are able to catch up and talk. But just to do that quietly. If you come into a yoga class and you're a person who likes to just, this is their sacred space and a place where they can feel comfort, maybe the only time during the whole day, then to come into Happy Hour Yoga and set up their class, their mat in the back of the class, and lay down and close their eyes, or start with meditation. And another person's having a great day and comes in yelling and screaming and talking and yakking. It kind of is not very beneficial for that person in the back whose only quiet part of the day is to come into their mat. So when you come to yoga, just be quiet and respectful of the others in the room. Catch up with your friends here at Happy Hour. I love the kindness and the closeness and the community here, and I love that people meet friends and like to talk, but just quietly talk, quietly catch up. You can do some talking at the end also, of course. But some people, this is the only quiet part of their day. So just be respectful. And I should also say, it's important, if you're going to come in late to a yoga class, some studios lock the door and you can't. I don't do that. I'm a late person. I am not always on time. So I understand if you're having a bad day and your cat gets out of the house when you're on your way to yoga and you're having a horrible day and you get here and the door's closed, it's just more bad day. So the door's open here and you can be late here, but be respectful when you're late. If everyone's silent and in meditation, when you walk into the front door, just wait. Sit down on the bench. Don't even take off your coat yet. Just wait until the class starts to move a little bit, and then you're welcome to come in and set up your space and join along. Same with Shavasana. If at the end of yoga you have a dentist appointment and you have to leave early, don't wait till we're quiet and then leave. Leave when we're at the very, very end and inversions or twists. Then quietly you can leave and skip Shavasana and the little bit before Shavasana. Give yourself some time to leave. Put your coat on and zip it back up and leave so that everybody else who doesn't have a dentist appointment can just enjoy a nice, quiet, relaxing Shavasana. That's just a little yoga etiquette. Some people come in when people are meditating or working on breath and they slap their mat open and they get all their stuff situated. That's a no-no. So just wait till movement starts. And then you're welcome to come in as late as you want. I don't have a problem with that. And I don't think other teachers here do have a problem with that. I think those two things are just really important. If you're going to come late, be respectful. If you're going to leave early, just be respectful. That's it. So how about we go over some meditation? So meditation, depending on who you learn it from, is a verb or a noun. It's a thing or an action. Meditation some teachers will, my teacher would tell me, is a state you obtain. You get to a state of meditation when you lose all desire, when you lose all attachment, and you need nothing, and you're completely here and now and present, and nothing is distracting you. You're non-reactive to everything. You just live in a state of meditation. You live here in a state of meditation. I don't know anybody like that. But in Vedantin philosophy, it's a state you get to, a state of meditation. So when my teacher does meditation, he calls it a sit. We're going to sit and be still. Most people call that meditating, ing. Meditating, it's a practice. So we are going to engage in meditation. We're going to do the practice of Buddhists. Buddhists think they all practice meditation. Vedantins, they get to a state of meditation. So that's a little difference in my teachings. I had been taught this way and I've been taught that way. So now you're being told both. There you go. So let's start with a little Anapana meditation, which is breath awareness. It's much more comfortable for some people to sit on something and lift their hips. So if you were going to go to the Blue Lotus Temple in Woodstock and meditate there, they have little cushions all over the floor. So let's make ourselves a little cushion. Fold up a blanket, or just grab a pillow off the couch or off your bed and sit on your pillow. Some people have 800,000 pillows on their beds. I have only 400,000 pillows on my bed, but I'll grab one of those and sit on those. So your hips are a little higher, your legs are crossed. There's lotus and half lotus, where you get your legs like a pretzel, or half lotus, or just easy seated pose. Just cross your legs, crisscross applesauce. Easy seated pose called Sukhasana. Sukha means easy. It also means happy. So it could be happy pose. And you're going to just rest your hands on your legs or in your lap. You can rest one hand palm up and the other hand palm up. Maybe even keep the thumbs together. Just find a place that's comfortable. They say palms up invites in energy, palms down is more calming. Practice both and see what you think. Then just stack your spine so you're sitting tall, but you're sitting comfortably tall. Relax your shoulders. Your neck is neutral. And close your eyes softly. So your eyes are just barely closed. Relax your eyelids, your eyebrows, your forehead, your jaw. Relax your jaw. So Anapana meditation is breath awareness. So you're just going to start to notice your breath. Notice your body breathing. Now notice where your thoughts have gone. Chances are they wandered away from your breath and you're thinking of something like, my left ankle is bothering me, or how long is she going to do this for, or I don't like meditation, let's get on with it. When your mind wanders off, you're going to come back to your breath. When you catch yourself thinking those things, just notice at that moment when you catch yourself thinking, am I inhaling right now or am I exhaling? And then just start to follow along again. So you're learning to be non-reactive to all the thoughts in your head. And you're learning to just kind of give yourself some space of quiet time between all those millions of thoughts. So just come back to your breath. Notice the cool air as you inhale, the warm air as you exhale, over and over. One more time, notice where your thoughts are. If they've wandered off, come back to the breath, noticing the cold air, noticing the warm air. Notice the spaces between each breath. Just take 2 more breaths. And then you can start to open the eyes. And just notice how you feel. If you move around a little, you can uncross your legs, switch them maybe. Just notice how you feel after doing a little, maybe 4-minute meditation. Just a little quieter, maybe a little calmer. Maybe you're agitated or frustrated. That's okay. Don't make any judgments or say, I'm never doing that again. That was horrible. Just notice how you feel and move on. We have a class that's a moving meditation. You focus on your breathing the entire time. I count every single breath. It's called Let Go and Flow. And it's a lot of stretching. There's some sun salutations, 5 of them. The hard, almost said the worst thing. The hardest thing you'll do in there is hold a plank for 10 breaths. Plank pose with your knees up or down. It's a wonderful place to start beginner's yoga. If you're a beginner, I would recommend that place to start. It's very, very slow moving, low key, wonderful place to start. If you've been doing yoga for 100 years, it's another wonderful place to go because it's a moving meditation. You completely clear your mind for 45 minutes, and then the end is a guided meditation. So it talk you through a body scan or a visualization, and you just lay down and listen to the words. It's very, very calming and quiet. So if you like this meditation and you like to kind of get your mind cleared, that's a wonderful class to try. You just scroll through the page and give that one a try. Let Go and Flow. I think there's 2 or 3 of them. It's always the same every time, so I don't have to keep posting the class because it's never different. Anyway, let's move on. So we're going to start with a Ujjayi breath today. Ujjayi, some people pronounce it. So let's start in child's pose to start that Ujjayi breath. So you're going to come onto the hands and knees and sit back on your heels. This is uncomfortable for you. Just lay down on your belly. So you're either going to lay flat on your belly or you're going to start in child's pose, sitting back on your heels, knees together or apart, and then lower your head down to the ground or onto your hands and relax in child's pose. So notice your breath. Once you're relaxed and situated, start to notice your breath. I'm holding my head up because the microphone sounds better that way. Your head is resting. So Ujjayi is your victorious breath. Pranayama means breath. And Ujjayi is a heavy sigh. So if you imagine that your mat is a window or a mirror and you're going to fog it up with your breath. So while on your belly or in child's pose, take a breath in through your nose, open your mouth and fog up your mirror like you're going to draw a heart or a smiley face on it. Take an inhale through your nose, open your mouth and fog up your mirror. So you feel the breath pressing into the mat. Take an inhale. One more time, open your mouth and fog up the mirror. And now you're going to do the same exact thing, but don't open your mouth. So take an inhale through your nose. Do that same thing with your mouth closed. Do it again. So that's your Ujjayi breath. You're guiding the breath into your upper chest. So with belly breathing or 3-part breath, you're taking the breath all the way down to your belly. With Ujjayi breath, it's up high in your upper chest, your upper back. And you press the air out across the back of your throat, like Darth Vader, some people call it, say it should sound like the waves of an ocean. You're just pressing the air out, and you're also a little gasping the air back in across the back of your throat. So you feel the heat it's creating inside your body. I use this breath almost in all of my classes. It's just a breath that it's nice because you can probably hear your neighbor's breath. If you have a cat or a dog or somebody in your room, they can hear you doing this with your breath. The person in the next room shouldn't be able to hear you doing this breath. That's more distracting than anything else. So it's just a sound you definitely hear in your ears, and the person near you will probably hear your breath too. So keep practicing. 3 more breaths. So that sound you're hearing is the voice of your breath. And when you're practicing near someone, the voice of your breath reminds them to use the voice of their breath. So if you stop thinking of your breath and you hear the neighbor next to you using theirs, you think, oh, that's right, I need to focus more on my breath. It's nice. All right, you're going to keep trying to come back to this breath the whole time we're working today. I'll remind you. You're always trying to come back to this breath, or keep it the whole time if you can. But that's one of the hardest things about yoga, is to keep with your breath 100% the whole time you're practicing. It's a challenge. All right, so we're going to reach the hands out in front of you. If you're laying on your belly, you now come to child's pose just for a breath. On your hands and knees. Reach the arms forward and rise up. So you're in table, hands and knees. Your wrists are below your shoulders. Your knees are below your hips, about hip width distance apart. Your feet are relaxed on the ground. So we're going to start with that warm up. So fingers wide, press into your mat. Take an inhale and lift your tailbone, lift your chin, and lower your belly for cow pose. Hold for 1 more breath. So really lift your tailbone, really lift your chin. Breathe in and exhale, round your spine. So press the spine towards the ceiling, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, and then inhale. Come back to cow. Lift the tailbone, lift the chin. Exhale to cat. Round the spine. Now move with your breath. Inhaling to cow, looking up. Exhale to cat. Round the spine. So if you're flip-flopping back and forth, try to slow your movements down. Your transition should be as long as your breath. So your breath is guiding you through your movements. Take it 1 more time through cat and cow. And when you get to cow, hold. And then neutral spine, just relax. And take this just a little further. We're going to warm up a little more with the spinal balance. You're going to reach the right arm forward, like you're going to shake someone's hand. And then reach the left arm back behind you. If you need to keep the left toes on the ground, you can. Your left leg is straight or lifted or resting, but straight. Take an inhale. And then exhale, place them back down. Opposites. Left arm forward. Reach the right leg back and hold here. Maybe you're resting your right toes for a little help with balance. Perfectly fine. Breathe in, belly in. Pull the belly in towards your spine. Breathe again. And then place the left hand down. Place the right knee down. Let's add on. So reach the right arm out. Reach the left leg back. Stay right here, or take the right arm out and the left leg out to the side. Inhale, bring them back. Exhale, place them down. Inhale, lift the left leg and the left arm and the right leg. Now exhale, bring them out to the side. Inhale, bring them back. Exhale, place them down. Let's see if you can take that with your breath. Right arm, left leg. Out. Bring them back. Put them down. Left arm, right leg up. Out. Back. Down. There you go. We're going to move on to those sun salutations. Sun A. So from your table, tuck your toes and lift your hips. And come to downward facing dog. So maybe those hamstrings are tight. Mine are. So you can have a little bend in the knees. Lift the tailbone. Lift the sit bones. Your head is heavy between your arms. Go a little deeper. So the fingers are nice and wide. Those middle fingers are facing the top of the mat. Your heels are pressing down towards the mat. So you're an upside down V. If your feet are too close to your hands, your heels will touch the ground. I mean, they might here, but they shouldn't easily touch the ground. And if your feet and your hands are too far apart, it's going to be a lot harder. It's going to feel like your hands might fly out from underneath you. And it's going to be it's more like a plank pose than a down dog. So see if it feels better to walk the feet in just a little more or out just a little bit more. I'm not there to see you and fix you. Maybe someone can take your picture and show you what you look like. So let's start the sun A's. Take an inhale, soften the knees and look forward. Exhale, walk, jump or hop your feet to your hands. And remember, you could always just walk your hands back to your feet if that's better for you. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. We're going to take a little side bend here. I'm going to turn. You stay straight. Take an inhale and reach your arms up. Grab onto your left wrist above your head. Now as you exhale, step and bend to the right. Inhale, come on up, step together. Grab your right wrist. Exhale, step and bend to the left. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, fold forward all the way. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step, hop or jump to plank pose. Knees up or down. Keep that body nice and long and straight and lower down. Come to your belly or hover over your mat. Now inhale, flip the feet. Roll the shoulders back. Press halfway up to cobra or all the way up to up dog with the arms straight. Exhale, tuck your toes and lift your hips back to downward facing dog. Breathe. One more breath. We're going to take it through 2 more times. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. I remember the first time I jumped. It took a while, so don't get discouraged. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Arms up, grab the left wrist. Exhale, step and bend to the right. Inhale, come up, switch wrists. Exhale, step and bend to the left. Inhale, reach up, get tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step to plank, and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So we stay here in down dog for 2 or 3 breaths, thinking about that ujjayi breath, lifting the tailbone a little higher as you press the heels down. Open up through your upper back like you're pulling your armpits together in front of you, and feel some space between your shoulder blades, rounding that upper back. Take an inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Let's bring the hands to the heart. Mountain pose or samastitihi. Inhale, reach up, grab the left wrist. Exhale, step and bend to the right. Inhale, reach up, switch wrists. Exhale, step and bend to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step or hop to plank, knees up or down, and lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, bring the knees to the ground and come to child's pose, or take a seat. Maybe you need a little drink or a little towel. Now's a good time. So there's a lot of variation in your Sun A. Walking your hands back is perfectly fine, or hopping forward, stepping forward, jumping forward. Cobra or up dog, coming to your knees before down dog. Do whatever is best for you. And we keep saying that over and over and over. When you're here practicing yoga, one day again, you'll hear it over and over. Do what's best for you. There's lots of variations and lots of options in every class. So don't try to be like the person who's done it 100 times. Just be like you. Be you. We're going to start some sun B's now with some chair pose and something on each leg. So let's come back to table, and tuck the toes, lift the hips. So downward facing dog. Take an inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Your big toes are touching. Inhale, bend the knees and reach your arms up for chair pose. So we're going to try a little different variation. So it's traditional just to go right back down into your forward fold, or even stand up, come back to chair and fold. But most of the time you'll be given different options in chair pose. For example, take an inhale. Exhale, swing your arms back behind you, both of them. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Feels like you're squeezing a beach ball behind your back. Get a little lower, maybe even lift the heels. Or don't. And then inhale, reach the arms back up to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, so lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so take an inhale and lift the right leg up. As you exhale, bring the knee towards your chin or your nose and place the foot, or somehow get that right foot between your hands. So when you first start out in yoga, it can be tough to get that right foot forward. Every time you do it, it'll get a little better, so don't give up. So keep the right knee bent, and this time we're going to keep the left heel up. Last time we dropped it for warrior one. This time we're going to keep it up. And now reach your arms up for lunge. So the arms are reaching up. Your right knee is bent. Your left leg is straight. Press that left heel down towards the mat. Palms are facing each other. And your hips are squared. Instead of open, your hips are squared towards the front of the mat. So we're going to take a twist here. So stay in this lunge with your legs and just turn to the right. Reach your right arm behind you, your left arm in front of you. Just one more breath. And then we're coming to reverse warrior. So now you're going to spin open. Take your time. Drop your left heel now. Open the arms. This is warrior 2, but we're going to go a little further. Drop the left hand down and reach the right arm over your ear so it's a side bend. You can take the gaze up. So this left hand is just near your left thigh. Some people like to wrap their arm behind their back. You don't have to, but you can. Your right knee is bent. Left toes are towards the long edge of your mat. Breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Pick up that back heel. Step the right foot back. Remember, nothing will happen if you drag it back. And lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Notice your breath. Notice how you feel. I'm out of breath. So if you're out of breath, that's good. You should be. You're exercising. And you're doing yoga best. Lift the hips a little higher. Lower the heels. And do the other side. So inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step the left foot forward. And bring that foot between your hands. Keep your right heel up. And reach your arms up for a crescent lunge. So the left knee is bent. Hips are squared. Press your right heel down and see if you can straighten that right leg a little bit. Breathe in. Exhale, twist. So turn to the left. Reach your right arm forward and your left arm back. So you're not leaning. You're straight up. Your spine is straight. Next inhale, reverse warrior. So you're going to spin open, drop your back heel, bring your right arm down, and lift your left arm over your left ear. Feel a stretch all the way up the left side of your body. This hand is just relaxed, or maybe around your back. One more breath in. Exhale. Bring both hands down to the front of the mat. Lift your right heel, and then step the left foot back and lower down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. And hold your down dog. Long, slow, deep breaths. Let's come to the knees, sit back on the heels, and rest in child's pose. So you just did a nice long sun B. Good job. So we did chair pose with a little chair plane when we swung the arms back. Came back to chair. And then you did crescent lunge. You took it to a twist. And then you went to reverse warrior. That was your sun B. Not too bad, right? You can do this. So now it's sun C. We're going to take you through a long series of poses. So here, not everywhere, but here at Happy Hour, most of us were trained to take the practice to the back of the mat in your sun C and then bring it back to the front of your mat again. So during this long series of poses, you'll do some things to the front of the mat, some poses to the back of the mat, and then you'll switch sides, starting with your left leg. Depending what kind of class you take, you might do this long series of poses in 3 chunks. So you'll do a little bit, take a vinyasa, left leg, take a vinyasa. Then you'll do that all over again, and then add on a little bit. Take a vinyasa, do the whole thing again on your left leg, add on a little bit more, and take a vinyasa. And then finally, you'll do the 3rd chunk. So you do the first 2 together, and then add on a little bit more. So you have this big, long flow, and you put it all together. In fast yoga, that's how we do it, because the flows are kind of long, and it makes it a little easier to do the flows fast when you learn just a little at a time. In slow yoga, sometimes it's done that way, but usually it's just you hold all the poses all the way through, and then you do all the poses all the way back. Sometimes. Sometimes you learn a little as you go. If that sounds confusing, let's just do it. So we'll change to the back side of the mat. Just remember that. When you're facing the back of your mat and you start the other side, you just use your left leg. And usually these long series of poses, they include balance poses, they include lunges and twists and back bends. They have a little bit of everything. So we're going to start facing the front of the room in downward facing dog. All right, here we go. You got this. We're going to do it slow, so I'm not going to add on little chunks. If you want to do that, you'll get there in some of our beginner classes that are coming up. We have beginner classes after these beginner 1, 2, and 3. We're going to have 3 whole just regular classes to get you going in a regular yoga class, not so much jib-jabbing. All right, so tuck your toes and lift your hips, downward facing dog. Here we go. Take it, inhale, and lift the right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot between your hands. And now you're going to spin that back foot flat. It's a whole new series of poses. So the back foot is flat, the back heel is down. You're going to inhale up to warrior 1. So reach your arms up. Right knee is bent, back knee is flat. Arms are reaching up over your head. Hips are square to the front of the room. Now take an inhale and exhale to warrior 2. So the right knee stays just like it is. Open the hips, open the shoulders, and drop the arms to shoulder height. That left toe can open up a little. So it's now facing the side of the room. This right knee is right over your right ankle. So if you look down, you can see your big toe right past your kneecap, right on the inside of the kneecap. So your arms are out and strong, but relax your shoulders. Now turn that right hand up. Come back to reverse warrior. We just did it. Left arm down, right arm over your ear. So it's that side bend with this hand resting next to your left thigh or wrapped behind your back. Reverse warrior. Breathe in. Exhale to dragonfly twist. So you're going to take your hands to the mat. Place your left hand on the mat next to your right foot. Lift your back heel. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. So you are welcome to drop the left knee if you need to. Otherwise, leave it up and keep opening that right shoulder. On your next inhale, we're going to stand all the way up to star. If you need your hands to press into the mat, use them. And reach your arms up over your head. You're facing the side of the room now. So your toes are wider than your heels. Toes are open. Arms are reaching up. Feel how long you can get your arms, how long you can get your legs, and feel how long you can get from your armpits to your hips. Belly in and up. Breathe in. So with the toes wider than your heels, you're going to bend your knees, bend your elbows. So it's like you're holding platters with your hands. Your palms are up, shoulders back. Shine your heart forward. Get a little lower. It's an option to lift your heels up off the ground or don't. Sun god or sun goddess. Get a little lower. Now inhale back to star. Reach up. Now think of your back of your mat. That's the way you're going to start to turn. Leave your arms up. Flip-flop your feet towards the back of your mat. So your left toes are facing the back of the mat. Let's step the right foot in just a tiny bit. So the right toes are also facing the back of the mat. Pull the left hip back a little and the right hip forward. Reach towards the front of the room as you start to fold, keeping both legs straight. And then come all the way down and fold. Here's where a block might come in handy. You can bring the block, the hands to the block, and hold your pyramid pose if you can't reach the ground. The block just brings the floor up to you. So you're holding a forward fold over your left straight leg. Legs are straight. Hips are square. We're going to balance after this one. So get your knee a little closer to your nose a little closer to your knee. We're going to inhale to airplane pose. So get your weight into that left foot. You can bend the knee now. And then balance on your left leg. Bring your arms to your sides, palms facing down. Point your right toe. You can come parallel, but you don't have to. So the right leg is straight and lifted. Shoulders are back. You can always use that right foot for balance. Hold your airplane. One more pose. You're going to flex your back foot. Reach your arms forward and come to warrior 3. It looks like the letter T. So you're reaching your arms towards the back of the room, and you're pressing your right heel towards the front of the room, and this right hip is nice and low. Those right toes are facing your mat. Take one more breath in. Exhale. Step back to plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold your down dog. Stay there in that upside down V. That was your right leg, Sun C. That's a Sun C. Nice long. It's never the same unless you come to Ashtanga. That series is always the same. Slow yoga, fast yoga. Those are always different. This part's always different. Here we go. We're going to do the other side. So take an inhale and lift the left leg. Exhale, bring the left foot forward between your hands. Spin your right foot flat. Keep the left knee bent and reach your arms up over your head. Press the right hip forward, left hip back, so your hips are squared, left knee is bent. The back foot is pressing down into the ground, equally on the inside and outside of that foot. Breathe in. Now exhale to warrior 2. Open the hips, open the shoulders, even open that right foot a little. Arms to a T, left arm reaching forward, gazing over the left fingertips. Left knee right above your left ankle. You can see your big toe. Breathe. Turn the left palm up and tip back. So right arm down, left arm up, reverse warrior, gazing up. Big side bend on the left side. One more breath in. Exhale, dragonfly twist. Bring the right hand all the way onto the ground. Lift the back heel. Now reach the left arm up. Get those hips lower. Maybe even rest the right knee. That's okay. Open the left shoulder higher over the right shoulder. Next inhale, star. So press into that left foot. Rise all the way up. Open the arms. Arms are long, legs are long. Torso is long. Toes are wider than your heels. As you exhale, sun god. Bend the knees. Shoulder blades together behind you. Palms up, elbows bent. Get lower, lower, lower. Maybe lift the heels. Maybe don't. One more breath. Ujjayi. Inhale, reach the arms up, all the way up over your head. And now turn to the front of the mat. Right toes face the front. Step the left foot in just a tiny bit. Left toes face the front of the mat. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Keep your legs straight. Breathe in. With your exhale, start to fold halfway. Reach out in front of you. Keep your back flat. And then fold over the right leg. 4 pyramid. Getting your nose towards your knee. Every time you breathe out, sink a little deeper. We're going to balance now. So on your inhales, airplane. Shift forward into the right foot. And then start to balance on your right foot. Arms at your sides. If you I'm dizzy today for some reason. If you keep coming out of your balance, just come right back into it. Left leg up, arms out like wings. Maybe drop the chest a little more, lift the left leg a little higher. You can use the back foot for balance on the mat if you need it. Now take another inhale. Exhale the warrior 3. Flex your back foot. Reach your arms to the front. Lift the left leg a little higher, but keep the left hip parallel or next to the right hip. Reach the arms forward. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, flow. So step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. So I'm going to take this one breath, one movement. Fast yoga. I'm going to do this one breath, one movement. You can watch and see what that's like, or you can do it with me. It's up to you. So you just had a taste of slow yoga. We hold the breaths. We hold the poses for 5 breaths, approximately. A little longer, a little shorter, but normally 5 breaths each pose. So with fast yoga, just so you can see what it's like, you're going to start in downward facing dog. I'm going to do that exact same series that we just did with my breath. Join me if you'd like. Down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Drop the back heel. Inhale, warrior 1, reach up. Exhale, warrior 2, open the shoulders, drop the arms. Inhale, reverse warrior, right knee stays bent, tip back. Exhale, dragonfly twist, left hand down, right arm up. Inhale to star, open up, arms up. Exhale, sun god, bend. Inhale, back to star, turn and face the back of the room. Exhale, pyramid pose, fold over the left leg. Inhale, airplane, balance, arms at your sides. Exhale, warrior 2, reach forward. Exhale, step back to plank and flow. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Inhale, warrior 1, back foot is flat. Exhale, warrior 2, drop the arms. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm up. Exhale, dragonfly twist, right hand down, left arm up. Inhale up to star, open. Exhale, sun god, low. Inhale to star and pivot to the front. Exhale, fold, pyramid. Inhale, airplane. Exhale, warrior 3, reach forward. Take another inhale, and then exhale, step back to plank and flow. That's fast. One breath, one movement. Rest. Good job. Woo! We're almost finished. We got about 10 more minutes. And you've done all 1, 2s, and 3 beginner yoga. You're ready for a whole class. So let's take our yin pose. So at the end of that series, we're going to take a little stretch. You might throw in something after that long series of poses, something a little challenging, like a boat pose or a plank pose or lunges or something, one pose or maybe 1 or 2 poses that are pretty tough to hold, and then move on to yin. It depends on the teacher, it depends on the time, it depends on the class. So you could also expect something a little tougher at the end of that long series. Maybe, maybe not. So yin, we're going to do shoelace, but we won't hold it too long. So facing whatever way you want, probably the front of your mat. I'm going to face you, but you don't have to be crooked on your mat like I am. So on your hands and knees, be careful for this because it's a challenging pose and it might be tough on the knees. So if you have bad knees, just watch or take it really slow. If it hurts your knees at all, don't do it. I'll give you different options once we get into the pose. So on your hands and knees, get your knees together and then pick up your right leg, cross it behind your left leg, and you're going to start to walk your hands back to your legs. So your left knee is in front, your right leg is crossed behind it. You're going to open up your feet behind you, take your time, and sit between your feet, or you can place your pillow or a block in between your feet and sit on that. If you're tight in your hips, you'll probably need something between your feet. If it's pain in your knees, do not do this. So wherever you want to take it, you're sitting not on your feet. You're sitting between your feet or on something that's between your feet. If you're like, nope, I can't do that, it hurts my knees, then sit down on your mat. Everybody just stay where you're at. But if that hurt your knees, sit down on your mat. Cross your right leg in front of you. And then you can stack the left leg on top of it. So your knees are stacked. If that's too much, right leg just stays straight. Cross your left leg over it. You could even just bring the left foot inside your right knee, your right leg. All right? So there you go. So we're in shoelace right now with the legs stacked. Maybe you're sitting on something in between your feet. Maybe you aren't. Take an inhale and sit up tall. So press down into the mat with your hands or reach up over your head and get nice and tall. Notice how that feels. Let's take another inhale. And now you're going to exhale and fold forward. Maybe just a tiny bit. Maybe all you do is bow your chin. Or maybe you're able to go further. If you're open in your hips, maybe you can lay all the way down onto your legs and you feel nothing. If you're laying down on your legs and you don't feel much in your hips at all, then you can walk your hands to the right and bring your elbows to the ground. So these yin poses, again, they're not, how far can I get? If you're doing this, you're not doing it right. You're just relaxing and feeling a stretch. You're not forcing, you're not struggling at all. There is no struggling, grunting, moaning. It's just, and then we hold the pose. So once you find a good spot where you can feel a stretch, hold it. For example, I'm able to lay down, I'm able to move to the right. When I'm sitting like this, I still feel something in my hips, and if I stay up here, I'm still stretching my hips. This is working. Although I could come to my elbows, I feel a stretch right here, and actually it feels good to sit up, so I would stay here. It's not how far you get. It's not how much deeper you can go than that girl over there. She doesn't care. You don't care either. What do you feel in your body? Now just keep holding, keep breathing, and you're going to start to go to some yoga classes eventually. And it's really intimidating. I wouldn't go to one. I did my DVDs at home, and then I would go to the gym and go on the little Stairmaster thing they had outside. And my friend Rose would say, I'm going into yoga, come with me. I'm like, no way. She's like, just come in. Like 5 times she'd ask me. She's like, just come in. And I'm like, no way, I don't know it like they do. It was so silly. Then Rose brought me in. I sat in the back by those weights, and I never didn't go again. It was silly to have been scared to go because everyone is in a different space and no one's looking at you. And not to be rude, but they don't care how far you can fold forward. No one does. It's all your own practice, your own world. I've gone on a yoga training in Costa Rica and 2 yoga retreats in Mexico. The greatest people I've ever met in my life. the most relaxed, nice time I've ever had, just because the people, they are just so accepting and nice and friendly and no judgments, they're just, if you go to a yoga class, you'll be like, oh, I should have done this a long time ago. Here at Happy Hour, people are like, hi, it's your first time? My name's Kim, what's your name? It's really nice to meet you. Almost always, I mean, some days are a little different. The energy's a little different. People are just quieter. But 90% of the time, in 90% of the classes, you're going to be so accepted that you're going to be surprised. I promise. Don't be scared to try out a class. When this whole crazy thing is over with, I expect this place to be packed more than it ever was. People so excited just to go somewhere. Not that Oh my God, happy hours were so, it's more just, everyone's just going to want to be together. It's going to be, I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. I just know it is. Let's come out of shoelace. Slowly come on up. So if you came into this pose seated and crossing your legs, open your legs. If you came in it from table, then you're going to rock back forward. There's a fun way to switch sides, but we're not going to do that. You'll do that in a yoga class. So you're going to pick up that right leg and come back to table. Now just hold where you are, whether you're seated on the ground or you're in table. Maybe even take a couple cat and cow. Notice what you feel. And then we'll switch sides. So knees together, lift up the left leg and cross it behind the right. You're going to open the feet, walk your hands back, and sit on a block in between your feet, a pillow in between your feet, or sit all the way down in between your feet. So if you're doing this from seated, same variation as the other side. Cross the left leg and stack the right, or keep the bottom leg, the left leg, straight. Or even come into this bottom of your right foot against the inside of your left leg. Find your variation that works for you. Sit up nice and tall. Either press down into the mat by your hips or lift your arms up over your head. Breathe in, and then exhale, start to fold forward. Finding your stretch, whatever feels right in your hips. Surrender forward. Now, in these yin poses, it's Anapana meditation again. You're thinking about your breath. It's breath awareness. Surrender. Hear your breath. You can still practice Ujjayi pranayama. Just keep fogging up your mirror and stay right here. Don't move. Just keep surrendering, keep relaxing, keep breathing. My music turned off. I'm just going to turn it back on again. Notice where your thoughts are. And breathe. Surrender a little more. Just a couple more breaths. So we're going to have 3 beginners classes posted next week. I think I'll have different teachers do them so you can see different styles, just different ways of teaching, different cues for the poses. But anyway, take those 3 as many times as you want. Take this last beginner's 3 more than once if you need to. And then come to a class when you can. It's just, it's different in a studio than it is in your own room, your own home. It's really nice. You really like it. It's your own little world. It's your own little thing. It's your own little break. It's your own little vacation. You deserve to have your own little thing and your own place to go, your own group of people. Do something that scares you. If going to your first yoga class scares you, run out and do it. You always feel so good after you do something that scares you. On your inhale, you're going to start to slowly come up and lean back and uncross your legs. Straighten your legs out on your mat. Notice what you feel. You can circle your ankles. Flex your feet, point your toes. You're going to make your way down onto your mat. So lay down on your mat. It makes no difference which way you're facing, back or front, whatever. Just lay down on your mat. So your yoga practice isn't about the teacher in the front of the room or facing a certain, it's about going inside and meeting yourself. So front of the mat, back of the mat, doesn't matter. Facing your teacher, facing away from it doesn't matter. You're going inside. No direction outside. All right, so we're going to come to an inversion. So take the hands on the ground, palms down at your sides, and slide your hands underneath your hips. You can even make a diamond shaped with your first finger and your thumb underneath you. And people put their blocks underneath their hips instead, and just rest your hips on your hands. Bring the hands into bring the knees into your chest and reach your legs up to the ceiling. Flex your feet. This is candlestick or legs to ceiling pose. Hold here. Breathe. Ujjayi breath. So if you want to do something a little more than candlestick, you can come to shoulder stick. If you have a bad neck, maybe don't. If you're okay with your neck, you have no neck issues, and you're going to rock your hips up. I'm not going to hold mine for really long because I do have some problems with my neck. So you're going to rock your hips up high and catch your hips with your hands, and then walk your hands up towards your shoulder blades. So rock the hips up, catch your lower back with your hands, walk your hands up your back, and then get your shoulders and your elbows a little closer together, and then lift your feet up for the ceiling. So you're either in candlestick or shoulder stand. Plow pose is usually next, or snail pose. I'm not going to do those all. I'm just going to do one inversion. You'll learn the other ones in your beginner classes or your studio classes. Now take a big breath in, and then slowly, wherever you are, bend the knees. If your hips are up, bring them down, or slide your hands out from underneath your hips, and then bring your feet to the ground. Bring your arms out to a T. Just let your legs fall to the right. Turn your chin to the left. Relax your hips. Come into Shavasana, the very end. Don't skip it. Some people are like really active, energetic people, and they struggle with Shavasana. You really should give yourself the gift of holding onto Shavasana and letting yourself learn for 5 minutes to just be. Bring your knees up, not your hand, and then let the knees fall to the left. Take your gaze to the right. Relax your shoulders, your hips, your legs. Slowly bring the knees back up. Bring the knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs and pull the knees closer to your chest. Now say something nice to yourself. Give yourself a compliment. Don't skip that part either. You should be proud of yourself making it all the way through the first 3 yoga classes. 1, 2, and 3. You did it. You made it. You know how to do yoga. Now you can bring the forehead to your knees, flex your feet, clench your teeth, shrug your shoulders. Your whole body is strong and engaged. Big breath in. Exhale, relax your head. Let go your legs. Straighten your legs. Rest your arms at your sides. Do whatever you need to do to get a little more comfortable. Adjust or cover up or whatever you need. Tell everybody to be quiet. Just for 5 minutes for you. Take a big breath in and let it out. Do it again. Come out one more time. Fill your lungs and open your mouth. And sigh it away. And just relax your shoulders, your hands. Relax your feet. Close your eyes. Let yourself relax. Let yourself be. Enjoy your rest. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Just move around in your space a little. Or stretch your arms up over your head. And then when you're ready, you can bend the knees and roll on to one side. And press yourself up to seating. Your legs crossed, your eyes closed. So just rest your hands on your lap. Take a moment and think about something or someone you're grateful for. And give yourself a reason why. And then reach your arms up over your head. Bring your palms together. Bring your hands to your heart. Now take a great big breath in and breathe in the positive energy in your room. And let go of anything negative you've been holding on to. Take another big breath in and breathe in the peace and calm in your room. As you exhale, send that to someone you know who needs it. And finally, breathe in the love and kindness we're all feeling right now from people. And hold on to that. And share it with others. Thank you, everybody, so much for doing beginners 1, 2, and 3 with me. I hope you feel good about yourself. You really should. Namaste. Good job. You did it. So you're going to take the 3 beginner classes that we'll be posting. If you're watching this recorded, they're probably already there. There's going to be called Beginner Class 1, Beginner Class 2, Beginner Class 3. Or you could just go to, if you want to start out nice and slow, go to Let Go and Flow. Scroll through and find some of those. You could try a slow yoga. You could definitely try Ashtanga yoga. Just take it slowly. Don't push yourself. If you need to stop, stop. Don't shove yourself into poses or do too much. There's no rush. Just have patience with yourself. Start out slowly and work your way up. You'll see little improvements every single time. You'll see you're getting a little closer to your toes. You can balance a little better. You're more sure of the names of the poses, and you're like, oh, I know that one, and you come to that one. You should really like it. And please, can you send me, you can text me at nancy@happyhour.yoga and tell me what you thought of these 3 classes, or how your experience is with going to a yoga class or doing some of these yoga classes online or other yoga classes online. Let me know what you think. Let me know how I could have done this better, so if I do it in the future, I could make it better for people. Or ask me, which class should I go to? I'm really confused, and I'd like to know which class I should take. I will help you. I would love to help you. That is it. You're done. 1, 2, and 3. Good job. If you want to do this one over again, go ahead. If you know other people in your life who would like this, tag them, send them to our Happy Hour at Home page and have them give it a try. And join us for some other classes. I'm so happy you did this. I hope you are too. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Go tell everyone you know that you are now a yogi. You graduated from Beginner's Yoga, Happy Hour University. Bye. Have a good day.